What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about overall stock market, and now let's get right into it. Dow is down 0.28%, Nasdaq up 0.45%, and S&P down on the day 0.15%. And if you look at these groups, and look what we got on top: utilities, real estate, healthcare. On bottom we have financial, energy, industrial, basic material, and consumer cyclical. And if you look at the stock market map, we do have a bounce here in the tech sector. Microsoft up 2%, Apple up 1.33%, Google up 0.71%, Meta was also up in the green, Amazon up 1.87%. And now we're going to look at SPY S&P 500 ETF. So what a day we're having in the market, especially on SPY. I said it in my last video, we could see a bounce from 385, or we could drop a bit more down to 380. And that's going to be a big level because a lot of trading around that level right here, 380. That's a big level here on SPY. And SPY will retrace lower Bollinger Band at the same time if we get down to 380. And this is the trade I took. Here's a screenshot right here. So getting SPY calls at 380, 390 calls for tomorrow went through the roof, guys. Massive move to the upside. I mean, we only saw SPY getting down to 380 just one time, and then this thing exploded. Not only went in the money, went over the money all the way up to 390.39, and now sitting flat at 385, just where we closed last Friday. So if you want to get setups like this, definitely check out my Patreon, and also you can support the channel that way, guys. Now on SPY, going into tomorrow, we got big numbers coming out, CPI, and that's gonna be critical for the market. And also, guys, with Silicon Valley and all the banks going down massively, what Jerome Powell will do. Is he going to go for that 50 basis points or 25, and he's going to backtrack everything and not really going at it right now and raising 50 basis points? He's just going to do 25. And also the CPI numbers, if they're not hot like before, we could see this rally continuing to the upside. I mean, yes, we gave away all the gains here on SPY today. If you look at my screen and on this 5-minute chart, look at this. Every time we got closer to 390, SPY sold off. Even end of the day, SPY sold off. And look at this insanity. From 380 back up to 390. Retracing this bear market resistant trend line and getting rejected and coming back down, and now holding 385 as a support, lower Bollinger Band. So going into tomorrow, guys, watch this support, 385. Below that, we could be coming down to 380 and then possibly even 378. To the upside, strong resistance to watch, 390, 393. If we can hold 393 as a support, we can get up there. Then SPY going all the way up to 396 to even 398 and then 400 before making that next leg lower here on SPY. We could see a bounce with some good CPI numbers, but that is not a guarantee going into tomorrow. I'm not really playing anything for the CPI. I'm just going to wait and watch. If the numbers are good, I get a chance. I'm going to get some calls. If it's bad, I got some swings. Those are longer term puts. Those are going to pay tomorrow if this thing gets down to 380 or below 380, guys. I mean, look at this rejection right here. I mean, look at this candle. It should have been a big green candle, and now we got this long topping tail wick on top. I mean, where we got rejected, massive rejection, and now barely holding on to 385 into closing. So that is something to watch tomorrow. But of course, nobody has any control over the market, especially with numbers like that is coming out tomorrow, like CPI. So it will all depend on that number. But last two CPIs, market basically did nothing, just went sideways. So that could be something also to watch going into tomorrow. And now we're going to look at triple Q. So on triple Q, if you look at my screen, yes, we are holding 290 as a support, but how many times we got back up to 294 and getting rejected? So this one also getting a massive rejection at 294 and now holding 290, and also was getting extremely oversold, trading below lower Bollinger Band, sitting at 285. So we got that bounce, and most likely that is a dead cat bounce here on triple Q, and we could see triple Q coming down to 272.94 to fill this gap down here. Obviously it's not going to happen tomorrow, but there is something coming on triple Q going into tomorrow. 290 will be a support level to watch. Below that, 285, 280. To the upside, 294, 296, 300. And now we're going to look at IWM. So on IWM, it's down 1.63% on the day, and IWM getting extremely oversold, trading below lower Bollinger Band, which is sitting close to 178. IWM came all the way down to 171 and holding above the support 170, and now it's trading at 173.31, trading below lower Bollinger Band. So this lower Bollinger Band will come down all the way down to 170, but it's going to take some time. We could see a retracement early as tomorrow back up to 177, 178, and watch out for that level to break on IWM. Then we could be heading all the way up to 181.28 to close the gap on top. Now IWM, there is a strong support at 170 right here. Lot of trading at that level 170, so that needs to hold. Below that, guys, we could be coming down to 165, and then possibly we'll take out this low 161.75 that we got back in October. So watch out here on IWM. This could be a nice setup for a day trade tomorrow. But if this thing breaks 170, then we're coming down to 165. But I think IWM will retrace this lower Bollinger Band. And if this thing gets down to 170, there is going to be a dip buy going into tomorrow. And now we're going to look at DIA. So on DIA, it's looking weak, guys. This thing barely holding on to 318. And 318 breaks. Lower Bollinger Band also moving down. So 309.10, that is possible here on DIA, and that could be coming very soon. Watch out for a bounce. If we can hold 318 as a support, DIA also trading below 200-day, which is sitting around 323. So that is something to watch, and also align with this blue line 5 SMA. Above that, we could see a move up to 326 and then 331 white line 20 SMA. Critical support 318. If that gives up, we're going to see another $10 of flush on DIA all the way down to 309.10 to close this gap all the way down here. And now we're going to look at VIX. So just when everyone was calling VIX junk, even including myself, this thing spiked all the way up to not only 28 bucks, guys, $30 today. Massive move. But also, if you look at my screen, this thing is getting overextended. So yes, we saw VIX going up to 30, but it's still up on the day almost 7%, and it's holding above 26.52 right at the support. So going into tomorrow, guys, yes, we can come down a bit more, possibly down to 25.26, and who knows, maybe even coming back down to retest $23. That was that breakout, and that would give market some sort of relief in the short term, and we could see S&P going higher. So going into tomorrow on VIX, if this thing breaks 28.77, we're going to see a move back up to 30, and then watch out for 32. And now we're going to look at dollar. So on dollar, it's actually down 0.92% on the day, and dollar broke this critical support 104. Now we're holding above this bull flag, and it's actually holding right here on top of this flag, which is sitting around 103. If that gives up, more downside, we could possibly come down to 102.50 here on dollar. But to the upside, it's not too far away. We break 104, we could see dollar going all the way up to 105, where this 5 SMA on this daily chart is sitting, and above that more upside, 106 to even 109 possible here on dollar. As of right now, dollar is breaking down below 104, so that's not a good sign. We need to get a bounce here on dollar early as tomorrow above 104. And that's all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for watching.